Welcome back. I am Pratap here. Today is the 9th November 2025. In this video, I am going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, please note we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. And all the training lessons are already available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So to access all the training lessons at our channel homepage, click on the tab post, then you get access to this post. And this post is having two YouTube playlist links that are having all the training lessons. The first playlist link is having all the training lessons, and the second YouTube playlist link is having lesson 1.1 to lesson 8.2 example videos. Now I am clicking on the first playlist. Now we are into supply demand zone price action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one. But according to my training instructions mentioned at our Telegram channel, and you can find the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. Once you go to the video description, click on the Telegram channel link and join at our Telegram channel. And once you join at our Telegram channel, in the previous or old messages or even in the pinned messages, you can find all the training instructions. And if you can learn the course according to those training instructions, then it will be helpful to you to become a very good independent trader. Please make use of this opportunity. Okay, now I am generating different supply demand zone reports with the help of NeoStock Software's Supply Demand Zone Top-Down Analysis Strategy Builder. And first I am generating finding the stocks near daily and 75 minutes demand and supply zones. From that list you can identify high priority, high liquidity zones, and they can be used for high liquidity zone strategy that you learned in lesson 21.3 video. Okay, first for daily time frame, stocks near to the daily demand zone, we got 4 stocks. Those who don't understand the structure of this report, I request you complete the training lesson 21.1 video. In that video I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, now let's identify daily high liquidity demand zones. Bharti Airtel is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. Godrej Properties is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. Next, ONGC is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. So total 3 daily high liquidity demand zones we identified from this list. So I am giving you very few seconds time to watch the report. So I request you pause the video, study the report, and then proceed to the next report. Okay, next for daily time frame, stocks near to the daily supply zone, we got 10 stocks. So let's identify daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Muthoot Finance is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Naukri is not valid because it is a pierced zone. Those who would like to use pierced zone strategies that you learned in lesson 28, maybe they can use this zone. Sun Pharma is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. So total we got 2 daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. So this is daily time frame. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone, we got 5 stocks. So let us identify high liquidity zones from this list. We don't have any daily 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Okay, next for 75 minutes time frame, stocks near to the 75 minute supply zone. We got 11 stocks. So let us identify 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. Bajaj Finserv is having 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Blue Star is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Cholamandalam Finance is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. HUDCO is having 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Yes Bank is having 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. So total we got 5 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. So this is about a high liquidity zone identification from daily and 75 minutes time frame. Next I am generating a NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain reports, starting with NIFTY, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. In any supply demand zone chain report, always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones. Always look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. You already learned one time frame higher is ITF trend, one more time frame higher is HTF trend. And also don't forget to pause the video when you are moving from one report to another report, because I already informed you I am giving you very few seconds time to watch the reports. Okay, next, generating a weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The nearest demand zone chain is serial number 20. I will place it in the middle of the page. Okay. So this is a NIFTY supply demand zone chain report. Next, I will generate BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. I am going back, changing the name to NIFTY Bank. That is nothing but a BANKNIFTY. Generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating a weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating a daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So this is a Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain report. Next, I am generating sideways, bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly and daily income trades. Starting with sideways long trade setup for monthly income trade, entry time frame is daily, entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish or sideways at a daily time frame, entry time frame, I am selecting sideways long. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 11 for sideways, and daily I am allowing PR search zone, so I am not enabling the third filter. So with these filters we got 5 stocks. PR search zone, so you can use it for PR search zone strategy and daily demand zones, because entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. For sideways long trade setup for monthly income trade. You should plan trades in these daily demand zones only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next, sideways short trade setup for daily monthly income trade. Changes are daily supply zone and here sideways short. No stocks are available. Next, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Daily demand zone, bullish. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. So first 18 stocks supporting monthly income trade, bullish trade setup. All entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. So total we got 17 stocks. Sorry, first 18 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 24 daily demand zones are filtered. Out of these 24 daily demand zones, there could be some high probability trade setup daily demand zones might be available. So we will filter them based on 2 different strategies that you learned in lesson 27. So each strategy is having 2 steps. So first strategy, first step, LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. LTF daily. So daily and weekly demand zone confluence. I am enabling the filter and applying on the 24 stocks. We got 18 stocks. So total 18 stocks. So out of these 18, again I am applying the second filter, because the daily zone is overlapped weekly demand zone. So I am further filtering based on weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence, because weekly trend is uptrend for all the stocks in bullish trade setup. So we got 11 stocks, and these 11 daily demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items should satisfy. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is high probability monthly income trade, daily demand zone, entry time frame zone list. Okay, now let us generate based on the second strategy also high probability trade setup, daily demand zones for monthly income trade. I'm going back, removing ITF EMA filter, demand zone confluence, 3 filters I have to add, daily, weekly and monthly demand zone confluence, 3 filters. So daily and weekly, daily and weekly and monthly demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 5 stocks. In all the 5 stocks, all these daily demand zones are overlapped with weekly demand zones. both together again overlapped with monthly demand zone. And monthly trend is uptrend in 4 stocks. So in those 4 stocks, let's again apply monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence, because daily and weekly both together are overlapped with monthly demand zone. So I'm going back in the EMA confluence at monthly time frame. I'm checking monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the monthly should not be sideways. It should be only uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. So let me filter. Now I got 3 stocks. Out of 4 uptrend stocks, we got 3 stocks. And out of these 3, first one is a pierced zone. So you should use only pierced zone strategy, ignore it. And remaining 2 stocks are supporting daily demand zones for monthly income trade based on this second strategy, high probability trade setup zones. But remember, you should plan trades only if less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. So this is monthly income trade bullish trade setup. Next, monthly income trade bearish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone supply zone. Here bullish or bearish at daily time frame, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12, and daily supply zone should not be pierced. But I am allowing daily supply zones for monthly income trade, because any pierced zone strategy traders, they can find those zones. So I am not filtering, I am not applying the third filter. Only for daily income, only for monthly income trade. Okay, we got 4 stocks. So these 4 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So out of these 4, any high probability trade setup daily supply zones are available, we need to verify. So based on the 2 strategies you learned in lesson 27, first strategy I am applying step by step. First strategy, first step, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence, that is daily and weekly supply zone confluence. Out of 4, we got 3 stocks. And in these 3, ITF trend is downtrend, that is weekly trend. Again, I am applying the filter, weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. 2 stocks we got. So these 2 daily supply zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next I am applying the second strategy, removing ITF EMA filter. In the supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to enable: daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got only 1 stock. So this daily supply zone overlapped with weekly supply zone, both together again overlapped with monthly supply zone. But monthly trend is sideways. Sideways trend EMA confluence does not give any advantage. So we did not identify any high probability trade setup zones based on the second strategy. So this is a monthly income trade bearish trade setup. Next, I am generating a weekly income trade reports. First, weekly income trade sideways long trade setup. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone demand zone. Here bullish or bearish or sideways at 75 minutes. I am selecting sideways long. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score 11 for sideways. Now I am adding third filter also, that is 75 minutes demand zone should not pierce. So in the pierced count parameter at 75 minutes time frame, I am entering minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. Which zone? Whatever you enter here. I entered 75 minutes demand zone, so 75 minutes demand zone won't be pierced. So we got 3 stocks. In all the 3 stocks, the entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zones. You should plan trades in these zones only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied for the sideways long trade setup for weekly income trade. Okay, next, sideways short trade setup for weekly income trade. Changes are 75 minutes supply zone and here sideways short. We got two stocks. Entry time frame zones are 75 minutes supply zones. Only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items satisfy, then only you should plan trades on the 75 minute supply zones. Okay, next, bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Changes are 75 minutes demand zone. Here bullish and minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. So we got 13 stocks. All the entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zone. So total we got 13 stocks. Out of these 13 75 minutes demand zones, there could be some high probability trade setup 75 minutes demand zones might be available. So we should filter them based on two different strategies that you learned in lesson 27. So first strategy, first step is LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. I enabled the filter and applying the filter we got 11 stocks. In all the 11 stocks, ITF trend, that is daily trend is uptrend, and also 75 minutes and daily demand zones overlapped. So we can again filter based on daily demand zone based having daily EMA confluence, because daily trend is uptrend in all the stocks. So we got 3 stocks. So these 3 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next strategy. First step, before that I am removing ITF EMA filter. Next strategy, second strategy, first step, all the 3 filter demand zone confluence we should enable. 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly demand zone confluence with all the 3 filters. We got 5 stocks. In all these 5 stocks, 75 minutes demand zone overlapped. All these 75 minutes demand zones overlapped with daily demand zone, both together overlapped with weekly demand zone. And a weekly trend, HTF trend, weekly trend is uptrend in 4 stocks out of 5. So in those 4, let us apply weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. So we got all the 3 stocks out of 4. Uptrend stocks, weekly trend uptrend stocks, we got 3 stocks. So these 3 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is about a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zone is 75 minutes supply zone. And here in bullish or bearish at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. And 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. So we got 6 stocks. All these 6 75 minute supply zones are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Out of these 6 75 minute supply zones, we should apply high probability trade setup 75 minute supply zones based on 2 strategies that you learned in lesson 27. Okay, as per the first strategy, first step, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. By enabling the filter, we got 5 stocks. In all the 5 stocks, ITF trend, that is daily trend, is downtrend, and 75 minutes supply zone overlapped with daily supply zone. So I am again filtering based on daily supply zone having daily EMA confluence. So we got 4 stocks. So these 4 75 minute supply zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next let's apply based on the second strategy, identify high probability zones. So I'm removing ITF EMA filter. In the next second strategy, first step, we should set 3 supply zone confluence filters, that is 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got only 1 stock. So this 75 minute supply zone overlapped with daily, both together overlapped with weekly, but weekly trend is sideways. Sideways trend EMA confluence does not give any advantage. So as per the second strategy, we did not find any high probability trade setup zones from this list. Okay, this is a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next I am generating daily income trade reports. For daily income trade, sideways long trade setup, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry is on demand zone. Here bullish or bearish or sideways. At 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting sideways long. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score 11 for sideways. And also 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter, at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means this 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So we got 3 stocks. So these 15 minutes demand zones, you can plan trades if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied, because it is a sideways long trade setup for daily income trade. Okay, next sideways short trade setup for daily income trade. Changes are 15 minutes supply zone and sideways short. Let's filter. We got only 1 stock. Entry time frame zone is 15 minutes supply zone, and you should plan only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Changes are 15 minutes demand zone. We are bullish, and minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. Let's filter. We got 11 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, and all the entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zone. So total we got 11 stocks. Out of these 11, we should identify high probability trade setup 15 minutes demand zones based on 2 different strategies that you land in lesson 27. So let's apply the first strategy. So first strategy, first step is LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. And I'm applying the filter on the 11 stocks. We got 9 stocks. In all these 9 stocks, 15 minutes demand zone overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone, and 75 minutes trend, ITF trend is uptrend in all the stocks. Let's again filter based on 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter. So we got 4 stocks. So these 4 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next let us generate high probability zones based on the second strategy, removing ITF filter. So second strategy, first step, all the 3 demand zone filters we should enable. The first one is 15 minutes and 75 minutes, and then 15 minutes and daily, and 75 minutes and daily demand zone Confluence. With all the three filters, we got 4 stocks. In these 4 stocks, all these 15 minutes demand zones overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone, both together overlapped with daily demand zone. And daily trend, that is HTF trend, is daily trend is uptrend in all the 4 stocks. Let's again filter based on daily demand zone having daily EMA Confluence on those 4 stocks. All 4 are filtered. That means all these 4 15 minutes demand zones are having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. So this is bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Okay, next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes supply zone. Bullish or bearish. At 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score 12, and 15 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter, at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 13 stocks. All these 13 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, and entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zones. So total we got 13 15 minute supply zones. Out of these 13 15 minute supply zones, there could be some high probability trade setup 15 minute supply zones might be available. So we will identify those zones based on 2 different strategies that you learned in lesson 27. So first strategy, first step I am applying LTF and ITF supply zone Confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone Confluence filter enabled, and applying the filter on the 13 stocks, we got 11 stocks. In all these 11 stocks, the 15 minute supply zones overlapped with 75 minute supply zone. And 75 minutes trend, ITF trend, is downtrend in all the stocks. So let's again apply the second filter at EMA Confluence, that is 75 minute supply zone with the daily EMA Confluence. Now we got only one stock. So this 15 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, now I will apply the second strategy, removing ITF filter. The second strategy, LTF, ITF and HTF supply zone Confluence. So we should set 3 filters, 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily supply zone Confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 3 stocks. In all the 3, 15 minute supply zones overlapped with 75 minute supply zone, both together overlapped with daily supply zone. But daily trend is downtrend in only one stock. Let's verify if that stock is having any daily supply zone with daily EMA Confluence. And also trend on the daily should not be sideways, it should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. So we don't have any stocks as per the second strategy. So this is bearish trade setup for daily income trade. We have completed all the 3 income trade reports. Next I am finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames except daily and 75 minutes because they are generated in the beginning of the report. So yearly time frame, price closed inside the yearly demand zone, we got 4 stocks. Next, price closed inside the yearly supply zone, no stocks. Next, half yearly time frame, price closed inside half yearly demand zone, we got 9 stocks. Next, price closed inside the half yearly supply zone, we got 3 stocks. Next time frame is quarterly, stocks near quarterly demand zone, No stocks. Stocks near quarterly supply zone, one stock we got. Next, price closed inside the quarterly demand zone. We got 18 stocks. We can further filter this list based on quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA confluence. And also trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. So we got 11 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the quarterly supply zone. We got 13 stocks. Let's again filter this list based on quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA confluence. And also trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. We got 3 stocks. Okay, next time frame is monthly. Stocks near monthly demand zone. We got 8 stocks. Next, stocks near monthly supply zone. We got 3 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone. First 20 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, we got 25 stocks. We can further filter this list based on monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence. And also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 15 stocks. Okay, next time frame is next, price closed inside monthly supply zone. We got 15 stocks. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 27 stocks we got. Let us filter this list based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence. And also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. So we got 8 stocks. Okay, next time frame is weekly. Stocks near weekly demand zone. We got 7 stocks. Next, stocks near weekly supply zone. We got 11 stocks. Next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 55 stocks we got. Let's filter this list based on weekly demand zones having weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. So this is the filtered list. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total we got 24 stocks. Okay, next. Price closed inside the weekly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 44 stocks are filtered. We can further filter this list based on weekly supply zones having weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. So we got 10 stocks. So this is about weekly time frame. Next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. We got 6 stocks. Okay, next stocks near to the 125 minute supply zone. We got 12 stocks. Next time frame 75 minutes already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 25 minutes. Stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. We got 6 stocks. Next stocks near to the 25 minute supply zone. We got 5 stocks. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Stocks near to the 15 minutes demand zone. We got 5 stocks. Next stocks near to the 15 minute supply zone. We got 7 stocks. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Stocks near to the 5 minutes demand zone. We got 8 stocks. Next stocks near to the 5 minute supply zone. We got 13 stocks. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. And final report, I am generating stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in the list are indices, remaining all are equity stocks. So I am scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, pause the video, study the report and then proceed further. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information is will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.